Welcome to another vehicle overview from Experience Wild African. Today we will meet Dries and his Overland Toyota Fortuner. It is a 2007 model with 287,000 kilometers on, with various kit to enable him to overland and participate in 4x4 trails. Dries,
Hey bro,
thanks for coming.
thanks for inviting me.
As I said, we're going to showcase Dries' Fortuner. He's an avid overlander. He also enjoys some 4x4 trails as well. Mostly the vehicle was kitted for overlanding purposes and obviously long distance touring. So Dries, what do you think of the Fortuner and why do you think this was a good base for you when you started the build?
When we travel, it's me and the missus alone. Vehicle was ideal for us as the short wheelbase helps us a lot with obstacles when we go on 4x4 trips. Even when we do overlanding trips, we decided on the tuner. Just love this vehicle. The only problem we do have with it is a bit, well, packing. Packing becomes an issue.
So you've got to plan carefully.
You've got to plan very carefully. Our rail system, our drawer system has been changed a few times. We started off with 2 drawers, then we went up to 3 and with a fridge in the back. Then we decided the fridge needs to come to the front. Makes it a lot more easier for us. While I'm driving, the missus can get something cold out of the fridge.
Okay. So you've done a few changes, but at the end of the video we'll also reveal another big change that is coming. I think you were, as you explained to me before, you're happy with the vehicle, the performance of it, everything that has been done to it. So if you wouldn't mind, take me around your vehicle, show me what you've done, and mostly explain to the people why you've done it, specifically for your overland purposes and your off-roading needs, so that people that are planning to get a Fortuner, or they have a Fortuner and they want to convert it into an overlander, they've got an example of how possibly to do things.
Sure, why
So
not?
we start. What kind of a bumper do you have here? Who made it? What is it? It's not your usual.
Nothing is standard on this vehicle. It's a Maniac bumper, Maniac bash plate. I must be honest, the Maniac bash plate has done his work many times over. Having a lot of rocks that we tend to climb, it really does help. The Maniac bumper, it's made out of 3mm mild steel, very solid. My winch is attached at the back of my number plate here. My recovery points, I had to use that a few times, not for myself though. And I find it is a bit on the heavy side for the vehicle, but it does the job and it gives me more peace of mind.
Why do you have a winch?
I've never had to use it.
But you've got the winch. If you do solo trips, then you've got a backup plan in case something happens on the normal digging and recovery. Okay,
sure.
cool. You've got a light bar. Are you planning to keep it on you when you go to Namibia?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I do not plan to have any issues with the authorities.
Okay. This is a 3-liter D4D.
That's correct.
Very, very nice motor, but I believe you've got a chip on it?
Yes, it's been chipped.
Okay.
Total kilowatt, 165 kilowatt, 400 newtons torque. Very capable, very strong. I love it. Off-road, it does its job. Sand, I've never had any problems with it. Just love it.
Take me to the side of the vehicle. You've got a snorkel. Which snorkel is it?
That is an Ironman snorkel.
If I understand you correctly, you've got a few Ironman items on your vehicle. Take me through them.
Well, to start off, we'll start at the bottom, doing the Ironman suspension. I had an option between Ironman suspension and the Old Man Ema. Decided the previous vehicle was Old Man Ema. I'm going to try the Ironman suspension. Really love it. Off-roading, 100%. Doing sand, whether you do sand, rocks, climbing, downhill. Never had a slip on it. Never had a drop on it. Love the suspension. What I like about this awning is I've got a side tent that add on at the bottom. Gives me a total space of 2 meters by 2.5 meters. I can put a double bed in there or a double mattress, and I've got more than enough space on both sides where I can move around. I don't have to crawl over things. I can walk upright into my tent, The other advantage obviously is at the back of this tent I've got a zip, I can open it up and I can get to my fridge, which is on the inside.
Okay, we'll have a look on the inside shortly. You also have another steel back bumper at the back of your vehicle. This is to carry your spare wheel.
Yes, spare wheel has to come to the back. One reason only, I had to put in a long range tank for the sort of distances that we travel. We've removed the old OEM tank and we've replaced it with a stainless steel 110 litre tank.
Yeah, I believe they were, I can't remember if this was still the 60 litre tank or the 80 litre tank, but you've now replaced it with a 110 litre tank, you said.
Yes, that gives me, on my range, quite a few more kilos.
Alright, cool. Will you please show us the operation of your swing away tyre?
Sure, why not? Gives me immediate access to the back.
Let's tackle the back while we're here. So this drawer system is custom built for your needs, and as you said in the intro, you started with 2 drawers, then you went to 3, and then you went to 4. It's quite an interesting growth pattern.
First of all, I have to mention that everything in this vehicle has been built around all the fixtures and fittings in the vehicle. I can take out everything, put my seats back, and this vehicle is 100% standard on the inside. I've started with a drawer system, not knowing what I'm getting myself into, starting on 2 drawers. Then I decided maybe 3 will do, and having the fridge on this side. We ultimately felt that it is a lot better to have the fridge to the front, give us easier access, whether it's through the tent, whether it's raining. In weather like this, I need to get to my fridge, whether I'm inside the vehicle or outside, without having everything else soaked. I've put in a 4th drawer. I've changed the 3 drawer to have a tabletop on that as well, where I've got a basic kitchen table over and above the big one if I do camp for longer periods. This is for roadside. It works 100% for me. Underneath the drawer system, I've got my solar panel and my braai grid. Got another small table there, very lightweight, easy to set up along the road if my one table is not enough. I've raised the drawer system in order to put my solar panel underneath, and it also gives me a bit more width on my drawer system. I can take it out further. Because of the rounding of the vehicle, I had to clear it some way or another, and that just made sense for me at the time.
So you've got lots of little storage pockets underneath on the sides where you can store things. Underneath you've got a toolbox of sorts there. You've got your first aid kit in there, and on top here you also have a table, it looks like, and you've got a net which carries all your lightweight items, a roof net.
The cargo net has been fixed to the original handles where people would hold on to if you get on a bit of a rough terrain. I've manufactured 2 steel bars with lips where I can basically just screw it in at exactly the same spots without doing any damage to the vehicle. We've used some bungee cord and things like spare jackets, a pillow or 2, an extra blanket.
High lift jack, how many times have you had to use them?
With some of my previous vehicles, I had to use it more than once. Having the travel on the vehicle that I do, it makes sense having a high lift jack and not just a normal bottle jack. Bottle jack do have its advantages. I prefer my high lift. I feel a lot safer, and I can use it as a winch, even though I do have my winch in front. It's just a multi-purpose tool.
You've got a front runner featherlight tent, and you've got a front runner roof rack. Nice combination. You've made some modifications on the inside so that you can make this a proper overlander for you and your wife. Show me what you've done.
Sure, let's go.
I see you've got your front runner chairs, so it seems that you only know 2 shops, front runner and Iron Man.
I think both of them love me though. as long as I can make their
Sales targets.
targets, why not? Why not?
Okay, you've got a very interesting system there. What the heck is that?
Well, it looks a bit hectic, but it's not. It's not that bad. This is my control box for my dual battery system with my monitor, which I can use. I can get the full monitoring system I get on my phone. Any warnings, whether my battery is going flat, whether my battery is going low. On the box I've added some USB fittings, charging USB chargers. I've got some hella plugs. I've got one cigar lighter plug, and in front, now this is a bit of an interesting item I found a while ago. It's called a tire spider, and I can use this item to either deflate, inflate all 4 my tires, or 2 at a time, or I can share air between tires. If my compressor decides to go, I can take air from 3 tires and I can add it into a flat tire to get myself mobile again.
So basically you can equalize all 4 of your tires. So if one is flat, you can use the other 3 and they will equalize to slightly a lower pressure.
100%.
Interesting. And when you inflate it, you basically connect your compressor to one point and it will then sort out the inflation of all 4 tires. You've color coded them, I see. Green and blue.
Yes, I had a bit of an issue a while ago with getting the wrong tire at the wrong pressure and so on and so forth. The green ones will be going to the back, the blue ones go to the front. All the piping and so forth I put underneath my base plate here, which I've added in for my water tank.
That looks like a 40 litre?
That is a 40 litre, correct, yes.
Alright, and the physical location of your battery box is basically down here, nice center, and it's in front of your back wheels. Also the weight from your water tank, and then also the weight from your fridge point of view. So you've got a very nice weight distribution going on in this vehicle. You've got enough power. You're using a Victron monitoring system.
That's correct.
And there's your table and your solar panel sticking out like we talked a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
And this is interesting. So this is some canvas bags that you custom made for all of your recovery gear.
Yes, I find having your recovery gear available when you need it and not having to dig all over the show for it definitely makes a huge difference.
Interesting, very interesting. Oh, this is very nicely thought out, obviously planned very nicely, and you've got everything where you need it. You don't have a shortage. You have some spare space in case you need something. Since filming and editing of this video, Dries has broke the news of a new 4x4 vehicle for his overland needs. The Fortuner served him very well, but he succumbed to the need for more packing space. Subscribe, click the bell, and I will reveal his latest creation.